Lesson 24. Do you know about?
Do you know about? Do you know anyone who's good at computers?
Do you know about the?
Do you know about the boat sitting over there?
Lesson 20. Have you ever heard about?
Have you ever heard about?
Have you ever heard the saying?
Have you ever heard the saying, a problem shared is a problem halved?
Have you heard the news about Mary?
Have you ever heard the news about Mary?
You know.
You know, don't you?
You know Sally.
You know Sally, don't you? You know the girl sitting next to our teacher, don't you?
Lesson 27. Are you aware of?
Are you aware of?
Are you aware how much it costs?
Are you aware how much it costs?
Are you aware of your responsibilities for this project?
Are you aware of your responsibilities for this project?
Lesson 20. I know about.
I know about.
I.
I know how much you love Chinese food.
I know you're very busy these days.
I know you're very busy these days.
Lesson 29. I heard about. I have heard about.
I heard about. I have heard about.
I heard.
I heard you won first prize in the writing contest.
I have heard.
I have heard about the flood in the southern area.
Lesson. I'm aware.
I'm aware of. I'm well aware of my responsibilities as a team leader.
If you are aware,
If you are aware of local and global issues, your efforts to make the world a better place will continue.
Lesson 31. I'm curious about.
I'm curious about. I'm curious about why you decided to change jobs. I Sheffield, who found the substance, were curious about its softness.
Lesson 32. I wonder.
I wonder. I wonder if you've ever regretted becoming a diver.
I wonder if you.
I wonder if you remember an email that we sent to you a few days ago about the annual meeting.
Lesson 33. Could you tell me?
Could you tell me?
Could you
Could you now tell me about the meeting in summary?
Could you tell me about what?
Could you tell me about what happened to your car yesterday?
Lesson 34. Excuse me.
Excuse me, do you happen to know?
Excuse me.
Excuse me, do you happen to know where our teacher is?
Excuse.
Excuse me, do you happen to know when the next class?
Lesson 35. I don't know.
I don't know.
I have no idea.
I have no idea.
I don't have a clue.
I don't have a clue.
Lesson 36. Do you remember? Don't you remember?
Do you remember? Don't you remember? Do you remember the pen pal I told you about a few days ago?
Don't you remember me?
Don't you remember me?
Lesson. You haven't forgotten.
You haven't forgotten about, have you?
You haven't forgotten.
You haven't forgotten about the eponym of your dynasty, have you?
You haven't forgotten about the book I lent you last.
I haven't forgotten about the book I lent you last month, have you?
Lesson 38. I don't remember. I can't remember.
I don't remember. Ah! I can't remember.
I remember.
I remember mostly good things and I tend you to forget bad ones.
I met her once, but I can't remember her face.
I met her once, but I can't remember her face.
Lesson 39. I'll never forget.
I'll never forget.
I'll never forget the breakfast you made today.
I'll never forget the breakfast you made today.
I'll never forget his speech at the Christmas party.
I'll never forget his speech at the Christmas party.
Lesson 40. I nearly forgot. I completely forgot.
I nearly forgot. I completely forgot. I nearly forgot to bring my presentation computer file.
I completely.
I completely forgot about the letter that you sent to me last Christmas.
Lesson 4. Please remember to.
Please remember ing.
Please remember to give me a phone call in the afternoon.
Please remember to give me a phone call in the afternoon. Please remember to give me a phone call in the afternoon.
Please remember visiting South Korea, especially the happiest moment in Seoul.
Please remember visiting South Korea, especially the happiest moment. Please remember visiting South Korea, especially the happiest moment.
Lesson 42. Please remind me to.
Please 클로버가 부족합니다. 아니, please remind me.
Please remind me to pick her up at 4.
Please remind me to pick her up at 4.
Please remind me to mail the letter later.
근데 렉걸려서 나가지면 어떡해? Please remind me to mail the letter later.
Lesson 43. Don't forget to.
Don't forget to.
Don't forget to praise others when they need support.
Don't forget to praise others when they need support.
Don't forget promising to get back home early in the evening.
Don't forget promising to get back home early in the evening.
Lesson 44. Are you sure about? Are you certain about?
Are you sure about? Are you certain about?
Are you sure you have time?
Are you sure you have time?
Are you certain about the success of our project?
Are you certain about the success of your project?
Lesson 45. I'm not quite sure.
I'm not absolutely sure.
I'm not quite sure if he can make it.
I'm not quite sure if he can make it.
I'm absolutely sure he'll be fine.
I'm absolutely sure he'll be fine.
Lesson 46. I couldn't really tell you.
I couldn't really tell you.
I couldn't really tell you that I will be home by 7 p.m. I couldn't really tell you when I will finish my homework today.